just... Arch, you saw the inadvertent contact, almost helmet to the bottom of the face mask. That's always a focal point.
I have no idea what I'm doing, but I know I'm doing it really, really well.
Welcome back to Sporting with Smitty. Patriots lose again. They lose 31-17 to the Miami Dolphins in honestly, the House of Pain. It was just Hard Rock Stadium or whatever, Joe Robbie Stadium, whatever they've called it since it's really in existence. Whatever it's been for us, it's just been a house of horrors. And today was no different. And today, it honestly was another just dog shit, garbage, shitty game. And I'm sorry, there's nothing about this game there's nothing about this game that was good. Nothing. And first off, let me just point off to the officials. The officials were shit. They were absolutely terrible. Those 3 videos, which is part of the intro, that was just a start of it. That was just a part of it. That wasn't even all of it. The officials were terrible. Terrible. Letting Miami get away with whatever they wanted. These cocky pricks getting away with whatever they wanted. I mean, can you honestly get more textbook than an illegal hit on a defenseless receiver to the head and neck area? Can you seriously have a more obvious hit? A more textbook definition? And it's crazy, too, that there was no flag on the play, and also it caused another injury. Same shit happened last year with Parker in Arizona, where he got hit to the head, no flag, nothing, to my memory. Today was the same shit. No flag, nothing. But I guess I guess there's just nothing there then. I should have thought, with how much Miami was bitching about the officiating after the Eagle game last week, I should have thought of it. You know what? We might be getting the short end of the stick today. Boy, I didn't think it would be this obvious. The fumble where they said, forward progress and they blew the whistle dead. You can obviously hear in the replay, they did not blow the whistle dead. You didn't hear a whistle until the ball was long out of the running back's hands. And defensive pass interference, give me a break. Give me a break. Just unreal. Tell me how that's I know Tyreek Hill is one of the best receivers in football. I know he is an athletic freak with unbelievable skill. But tell me how this man is catching that ball. How J.C. Jackson is preventing him from going up probably 10 feet in the air to try to grab that ball. Sorry, he's not grabbing that football. It's not even close to being a catchable football. Sorry. Don't like it? Look at the replay. You'll see it. Were the refs shit? Yes, they were. But you know what? They weren't the reason why New England lost today. New England lost because they're incompetent on defense, and Mac Jones is average to below average. And somebody said earlier to me on Twitter, or X, whatever they call it now, they said, don't you dare go blaming this on the defense. Why not? Why not? They were 5 for 14 on third downs today. 3 of those third down conversions were third and longs. I'm going to blame the defense because the defense was crap. Jalen Waddle was left wide open on almost every play, and he honestly should have had even more yards in this game, but he dropped 3 passes that were in his hands. I don't know. Maybe it's just the fact that this team that gave the New England fans hope, including myself, that maybe, hey, we're going to at least be competitive and maybe go on a run. Who knows? Or maybe it's just the fact that a bad New England team beat an average Bills team. Maybe that was it. because I'm looking at this game and I was watching this game and I could not believe the incompetence of the defense. The only solid plays that we had were the sack by Duggar, a couple sacks honestly, the INT from Duggar. I'm not even going to count the fumble because that was just a bad play by Tua. We were lucky to get that ball back in that situation because Tua made a mistake, which he almost never really does. And Mac Jones in the offense, boy, I don't know how many times Mac Jones has to blatantly stare down a receiver before, and how many interceptions he has to throw before he realizes, hey, maybe it's not a good idea that I should stare down my receivers. Maybe that's a good idea. Maybe. I don't know. Who am I? I'm just a guy on the couch that watches it. The utter frustrating, how frustrating this team is to watch. It blows my mind. It absolutely blows my mind. I'm honestly, I just don't understand it. I don't understand why this team doesn't do the things that they're supposed to do correctly, and they don't do it right. The offensive line, again, was subpar. The play calling was crap. Another below average day running the football. We did one thing right today. Actually, we did one thing right. I will say that we did one thing right. It didn't mean shit in the overall, and by the end of the game, didn't mean shit. But we stopped the run. We stopped the run, which is one of the things I thought that we had to do to even have a chance in this game. Just sloppy. Mac Jones, I'm sorry. It's gotten to the point where watching him play quarterback is honestly like you're just about to see the worst thing imaginable on a foot. When it comes to watching a quarterback play, you're just waiting for the mistake. You're waiting for him to have a mind-numbing mistake, whether it is a horrible interception, or he takes a sack, or the ball slips out of his hand, like it did last week against Buffalo, or a fumble. It's like you're waiting for it to happen because you know it's going to happen at some point. You know it's going to happen because that's what he's become. He showed potential in his first year of his career. In 2021, he showed excellent potential. You saw the mistakes there, but you could chalk it up to him being a rookie and him adjusting to the NFL. His second year, you're thinking, okay, we have a former defensive coordinator calling the offense, and the play calling of the offense is so poor and so embarrassing that the defense is calling the plays out loud, which happened on multiple occasions last year in games, including against a horrible Indianapolis team. So this year was the year that he was supposed to make that jump, at least make that jump to respectability and at least a stable quarterback. He has not made that jump. I could defend him after week 1. I can somewhat defend him after week 2. Week 3, you're just like, ugh, just a bad taste. And then week 4 happens against Dallas, and you're just like, okay, no, this guy does not have it. Whether it's a top 10 defense or a top 5 defense or not, no, you can't. He was making mistakes that you just cannot make on this level in the NFL. Throwing across the body, I don't care. You're not fucking Brett Favre, and even Brett Favre used to do that, and he was throwing INTs. It's honestly, it's just so frustrating. And honestly, you could see the talent difference between Miami's offense and our defense, because it's such a huge difference there. The offense ran 51 plays, had 13 first downs. 13. Miami had 17 passing first downs throughout the game. 1 for 9 on third down. 1 for 2 on fourth down. Where Mac just decided to just heave it up. Granted, he had no time, but still, he just heaved it up. Hoped for a prayer. They had 218 yards of total offense, 141 through the air, and 77 on the ground. They're 1 for 2 in the red zone. Again, another sloppy day with penalties. Granted, a couple of them were... Actually, no. A lot of them were just complete bullshit. I'll go back to the defensive PI in the end zone. On JC. Am I saying that without the officials basically handing a game to Miami, making up for their horrific officiating in their Eagle game, am I saying that the referees were the reason why the Patriots lost this game? No. No. But it could have been a lot closer. Could have given Mac Jones another opportunity to throw the game away, which he's usually is kind of his thing. Honestly, it can't get any... You're looking at the schedule ahead, and now it's like you're 2-6. What do you do with the trade deadline? What is it? What are the options at the trade deadline? What do you do? I say you trade away as much as you can. See what you can get. Draft picks, compensation. See what you can get. Maybe you can get somebody, some athletes on defense. Maybe you can get something. Because this team is just so painful to watch. I mean, Jesus. And I'm waiting to see who can defend Mac Jones today. A year ago I would defend him, but after seeing under a real offensive coordinator, I'm sorry. Yeah, there are times when the line just completely fails him, but you know what? A lot of the times he can't make the throws that you need to make. The interception that he threw late in the first half was one of the worst interceptions I've ever seen. It was one of the worst interceptions I've ever seen. Jalen Ramsey made a great play, but you know what? When you're sitting there in the pocket, patting the ball down, he had him within the first 2 seconds of the play. He could have threw it immediately after the snap. Within 2 seconds of the snap, he could have threw the ball to Kendrick Bourne, and he could have gotten a few yards. But no, he sat there, and he waited, and he stared down his fucking receiver, which he usually always does, pats the ball, and then he threw up a duck. I swear, I bet Jalen Ramsey saw that play, and he was laughing as he was going towards the football, because it was like he's probably thinking to himself, "I've never had an easier interception in my life." With the injuries today, now you don't know. Devontae Parker, after taking that legal hit to the head, that total legal hit to the head that, wasn't a penalty at all. God knows how long he's going to be out. Rumor has it, reports are saying that Kendrick Bourne has an MCL injury in his knee. So there goes the best receiver on this team, in my opinion. So now what do you got? You got Demario Douglas, who finally you're starting to see him get more opportunities on the offense. Putting him in motion, seeing what he can do. But unfortunately, our quarterback is incompetent. You have Pharaoh Brown, who, as an NFL journeyman, comes up to New England and is making plays. One of the few guys on offense that have the capability to make a play. You have Gesicki, and then you got Hunter Henry, who you don't use really that much. So now the schedule ahead. What are we going to do? What team is going to show up on Sunday at Foxborough against the Commanders? Because if they play like they did today against the Commanders team that just lost to Philly, we're in trouble. 2-7. This should be the easiest part of the schedule coming up right here. I don't trust Washington. Who does? There are games when they look great, and then there are games when they look terrible. Prime example, they look great today. They couldn't hold on to it. Sam Howell looked great today. But then you go back to the week prior against the Giants, he looks horrible. That offense looked terrible. After the Commanders, you got the Colts. Then after that, you have the Giants. I mean, and the Giants just lost Tyrod Taylor today to injury. So you're thinking to yourself, are they going to be playing with Tommy DeVito? Are they going to sign somebody sign a free agent quarterback to start against New England? Or is Daniel Jones going to be healthy? Very winnable games coming up next. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Just frustrating. Every week is honestly just like pulling your hair out of how really just the incompetence in the way this team plays. They don't play like an NFL team. They really don't. And I'm honestly wondering, what else can you really defend for Mac? How can you really defend Mac at this point in time? How else? I'm honestly curious, because I am a former Mac defender who gave him the benefit of the doubt so many times until that's it. You can't defend the way he plays. So please comment below. Comment what the Patriots need to do at the trade deadline coming up. Comment if you defend Mac, let me know below. Comment below how is it not Mac Jones's fault with the incompetence of this offense? Let me know. I'll see you guys next week. More videos to come this week when it comes to college football. I'm currently working on a video for the worst teams in NFL history. Just let me know what you guys thinking of this video, obviously, below in the comments. I appreciate all the new viewers. I appreciate all the new subscribers to the channel recently. I'm very grateful. Thank you guys for watching. See you next week. Go Pats.